every day. Okay, so graph x plus y equals 4. So x plus y equals 4. We have to graph this. What's my slope? What's my y-intercept? Okay. Can I tell what my slope and y-intercept is from here? Can I? Yeah, y equals mx plus b. But is this in y equals mx plus b form? So I'll rearrange the equation first. Plus 4. Right. You don't change the 4 because you never moved it. Okay, so what is m and what is b? M is -1 and b is 4. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to plot this point. Okay. From this point, what am I going to do? Right, go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm continuing the pattern because if I just do these two dots, it's too close. My line is gonna be crooked. Okay, extend that line, draw your arrows. There's the first equation. Okay, what about this one? X minus y equals -2. Is this in y equals mx plus b form? No. So again, I have to rearrange it. Okay, is this now in y equals mx plus b form? No. Still no. The negative. I have to move that negative by dividing everything by -1. So what is my equation? Y equals x plus 2. Good. And then what's my m? What's my b?
M1, B2.
Good job. So plot that. Okay, what do I do from my y-intercept? What am I going to do from here?
Go down. No. Go up by 2.
Not up by 2. What's my slope?
1, 1.
So go up by 1 and then
Go 1.
by 1. Good. Okay, up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. Okay, and then connect it. There's my second line. Am I done the question? Why? Why not? I have to determine the point of intersection. So what is my answer? Pedro? 3,2. 3,2 is right here. 1, 3. Right. So point of intersection means where do they cross? Yeah. Okay, so make sure, but that's also a common mistake. People would they will say the y first before the x. So remember, it's a point, so it has to be in coordinate form. And this right here is 1 and 3. Okay. In grade 9, to figure out the point of intersection, you guys will only do by graphing. In grade 10, first chapter, that's when you will solve it using math. Like so method of substitution, method of elimination, that's grade 10. Okay. So there you go. That's how you solve it graphically. We graph the two lines. Point of intersection means where do they cross. Okay. Now let's try to do a word problem. Okay. Ahmed wants to earn extra money selling orange juice in front of his house. It's going to cost him $2 to start his business, and each glass is going to take him 12 cents to make. He plans to sell the orange juice for 25 cents a cup. Right? So A, write an equation that represents his costs. So to buy the material, buy the orange, buy the cups, what is his cost?
Y equals 0.12 x plus 2.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna use red actually. So 0.12x plus 2. Right? 12 cents to make each cup. It's gonna cost him 12 cents. The orange costs money as well, and then $2 for that stand that he has in front of his house. Okay, so that's he didn't really decorate it. He used cardboard. Okay, part B, write an equation that represents his revenue. So how much does he make? Right. So don't worry about how much it costs him. So like just how much he gets in. 0.25x. That's right. Okay. Because revenue means just how much he takes in. If you're thinking, don't I have to subtract that? You're thinking about profit. Okay. So that's something else. Graph both on the same set of axes. Okay. So should I do a T graph like this for this question? Should I do a L graph or T graph?
L.
L. Why L?
It's positive.
It's positive, right? Can you make? I would. Excuse me. I would like -5 orange juice, please. Exactly. So you can't make negative cups of orange juice.
Yeah,
Okay. So I have my axis. What would go in my? What's my independent variable? What would I label this? A title. What's my x-axis representing? Orange jelly juice. Can you rephrase? Can you rephrase that a little better? Number of cups or number of oranges? Orange juice. Yeah, number of oranges. All right. What's the minimum number of oranges? 0. Yeah, I don't have to buy it. If it's really bad, I'm not going to buy it. So it's 0.
You're not going to support a small business?
So rude. If it's all rotten. Okay. And I'm going to go by... Okay, let me just do a quick little sheet because I want to make sure we get a nice graph. So, okay. So I'm gonna do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, so forth. Something like that. Okay, so going by every 2. So what's Y? Money, yeah, money. So I'll just say costs or money. Okay. So on the bottom right there, your origin is always 0. This is always 0, 0. Okay. Let me see how much I. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. So every box is 50 cents. Okay. So now we can graph this. So the first line, what's my slope? What's my y-intercept? My slope is, yeah, my slope is 0.12 and my y-intercept is 2. Right, so I have this point right here, y-intercept is 2. Okay, now this is where it's tricky. So how do I go up 0.12 of a square and then over 1? Alright, well remember, first off, my scale is by 2, 4, 6, 8 like this. So if I go up 0.12, I don't go over 1. I go over half a box only. So even though we're doing rise over run, you have to consider your scale. So it's not always one box at a time. Okay? And secondly, how do I go up 0.12 of a box? That doesn't make sense. So instead of that, we could do like a small table of value if we want. If I sell 10 cups, okay, when X is 10, what is C? So what 0.12 times 10, that's $1.20. $1.20 plus 2 is $3.20. So for 10 cups, it's gonna cost about $3.20. Okay? Do another one. 20 cups. So 0.12 times 20, you get 240. 240 plus 2, 440, right? So for 20 cups, it's going to cost you about $4.40, about right here. Okay, now I can connect the dots. Okay, that's my cost. Oh, I have rulers here if you need. Okay, what about this equation? What is my M and what is my B in this equation? Petro? Right. Okay, so and it makes sense. If I don't sell anything, I don't get any money. So it starts at 0. And then with this, my slope is 0.25 over 1. So technically, I could go up 0.25 and then over 1. Up another 0.25 and over 1. Up another 0.5 over 1. Up like that. I could do this, but that's a little tedious. So again, I can do the same method that I did. Sub in 10 for x. So 0.25 times n is, 0.25 times 10, 250. So if I can sell 10 cups, I'm going to take in $2.50. What if I sell 20 cups? 0.25 times 20? Any? 0.25 times 20?
Me?
Uh-huh. Since you are holding your phone, I suspect you're using your calculator.
I am.
Uh-huh.
5.
5, right. So if I can sell 20 cups of those oranges, I'm going to collect $5. So connect that. And this is my revenue. Okay. So we graphed it both. What does the point of intersection mean right here? So part D. So first off, what is my intersection point? Not quite 4. Well, 4.5 is up here. So what does that look like to you? Again, to find the exact value, that's grade 10. Grade 9, we base it off the graph.
3.8.
Okay, $3.80. How many juice?
4.14.
How many cups of juice? Yeah, it looks like 15 to me. So 15. And what's the Y value here? About 3.5 is here. 3.8, 3.9. We'll say 3.8. Okay. So on the test, if you do say like somewhere around like 3.8, 3.9, 3.7, I'm gonna mark it right. If you say 4.2, definitely that's way too off. Okay. If you say like 16, well, I can tell it's not really 16. It's not really to there. So roughly that. But what does it mean in this question? What does that 15 and what does that 3.8 mean?
15 orange juices.
Yeah. So if I can sell 15 orange juices, it will give me $3.80. Okay. Does Amit make a profit or lose money if he can sell 20 cups, 50 cups, and so forth? So if he can sell 20 cups, is he making money or losing money? Making money. Based on the graph, your revenue is higher than your cost. That means you make money. What if the oranges were really sour? It was in the middle of lemonade / orange juice, and he was only able to sell 2 cups. He's losing a lot of money, right? Because your cost line is higher than your revenue line. Okay, so what determines if he should continue or not? Yep. Which amount? Perfect. So remember this answer. Remember. You're going to use it tomorrow. Your 3-case scenario. You'll need it for your assignment tomorrow. 1, if he sells less than 15 cups, 15 juice, what should he do? If he can only sell less than 15 cups,
He should quit.
he should quit because he's losing money. Loses money. What would my second scenario be? If he sells if he sells more than 15, maybe he should expand his business. He's making money. Makes money. And what's my third scenario? If he sells exactly 15, what does that mean? No profit, but what does that also mean? There's a key word. There's in business, this point right here, break even. Good job. How did you know all this?
You already told us.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess so. Yeah, so remember part E, you will need it for tomorrow's assignment. Okay, so anything he sells less than this point of intersection, he loses money. At this, it's his break-even point. That means he just wasted his time. And then if anything more than that, he will actually make money. So for example right here, let's say this is 450 and this is 5. for selling 20 orange juice, how much can he make? 50 cents, right? Okay, so EQAO does ask you guys the difference.
What is EQAO?
Mahini, would you like to answer her?
January.
End of January.
How long is it gonna be?
Okay, let's say he started his business, he got all the oranges. Alright, so let's say he started his business, he got his oranges, he set up that stand, but then it was a rainy day. So nobody's on the street. He didn't sell anything. How much did he lose? But he bought the supplies. $2 right here. Okay. So remember, so as I was saying, EQAO love to ask like the difference between the points and so. Yep. It's going to be very similar to the format that I've been teaching you guys.
So, Miss Shane, if you see like an 8-year-old boy selling lemonade and you ask him, hey, how much have you sold? And he's like, oh, I sold 12 cups. Do you think it's right for you to say you should just quit and give up?
I would say here's $2. Give me a few more cups. I would help him push it over that break-even mark. Okay, example 3, Rosa. She has $7.85 in dimes and quarters. If there are 50 coins altogether, how many dimes and how many quarters does she have? Okay, so setting up the equation. This is a pretty hard question. Even my grade 10s have difficulty coming up with the equation for this. Okay, so if I say let D represent number of dimes and Q to represent number of quarters, can someone tell me my first equation? Yeah. Okay. So I need to come up with 2 equations after. Yeah. Okay. You're so close. D plus Q. I like that. D plus Q. Remember, this is number of dimes plus number of quarters. It should equal to the number of coins, which is 50. So that's your first equation. Your second equation is going to deal with the money part. How do I determine how many dimes I have? How much in dimes I have? Sean? Yeah. So remember, dimes are worth 10 cents. Quarters are worth 25 cents. And then in total, you get $7.85. Yeah, $7.85. Yeah, so remember, as I said in grade 9, we always only solve these by graphing. So I'm going to just use decimal. You can use decimal to help. Okay, so D plus Q equal 50. That's one line. Oh, I think I have to use X and Y. Yeah. Okay, X plus Y equals 50. And the second one, 0.10X plus 0.25Y equals $7.85. Okay. Zoom it in. And my intersection point right here, that 31, 19. So what does that intersection point mean? Yeah, 31 times 19 quarters. 30. So by graphing, we found our intersection point to be, sorry, what was it? 31, 19. Yeah, so 31 times and 19 quarters. Okay. So on the assignment tomorrow, I'm going to ask you, given the point of intersection, what does it mean in the context? You have to be able to say like what each of the numbers represent. Okay. Last question. Does y equals 3x minus 2 and y equals negative x plus 2 intersect at this point?
Don't we have to rewrite it?
No, these two are in y equals mx plus b form, so we don't have to. So one way, we could graph both of these and see if it intersects there. Second way, if this point is on this line, then that means when I substitute the numbers in, it will left side equals right side. So this is my x, this is my y. I'm going to substitute it in here. Negative 1 minus 2. So 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 minus 2, negative 5. So left side equals right side. So it means this point is a point on this line. Okay? But that doesn't mean they have to intersect. If this point is also on this line, then it means it intersects. So I have to check here as well. Negative 5 equal negative 1 plus 2. Negative 5 equals 3. So what does that mean? Yeah. So this point is not even on this line. So nope. Left side does not equals right side. So therefore, these two lines do not meet at this point. So therefore, it doesn't mean they don't intersect. It means they don't intersect at this point. Therefore, the two lines do not intersect at negative 1, negative 5. Okay, so I know we did a lot today, but it's just graphing lines, applying what we know already. So to prepare for your assignment tomorrow, try these questions right here. What did I want you guys to do? Did I want you guys to do all of these? Yeah, I think you guys could. Yeah, you can use decimal as well to help you. Okay, determine the point of intersection for each system of linear equations shown below. Okay, so for number 1, again, for all of these, you're only basing on a graph. So here, just reading off the graph, what's the point of intersection? This one, what is the point of intersection? This one, you can either graph it by hand or use decimal to help, and then tell me what the intersection is. Same thing here. Okay, so make sure you do try this, do try this. It will definitely help prepare you for the assignment tomorrow. All right? So you guys have 10 minutes now to get started on this.